Hello. This week we discuss the necessary competencies of project, program, and portfolio managers. We will define competency and provide a series of discussions on what competencies you may need to develop to advance in your career as an IT project, program, and/or portfolio manager. We will also discuss how to assess your current competencies, outlining various self-assessment processes and tools. In this lecture, I will provide a definition of competency and give an overview of the PMI Competency Development Framework. So what do we mean by competency? According to PMI, competency is the demonstrated ability to perform activities within a portfolio, program, or project environment that leads to expected outcomes based on defined and accepted standards. In other words, do you have the abilities, skills, knowledge, and experience to deliver a project according to stakeholder needs? The PMI Competency Development Framework describes the competencies necessary, how to assess yourself or your employees for current competencies, and strategies for the development of desired competencies. PMI divides competencies into 3 different areas. 1 is knowledge competence, which is usually shown by professional certification such as the PMP or educational degrees and other professional courses taken, such as this course. 2 is performance competence, which is assessed by observing and evaluating the project, program, or portfolio manager's actions, decisions within the project, program, or portfolio, as well as the success and outcomes of each. 3 is personal competence, which is shown by evaluating the behavior, attitude, and personality of the project, program, or portfolio manager. Remember, 95% of the project manager's job is to communicate. Therefore, the way a project manager interacts with their team and stakeholders is an important aspect of the overall competencies. Outside of PMI-specific competencies related to project, program, and portfolio management, there are also competencies related to the industry you work in, as well as what is expected within your organization. For the purposes of this course, we will only discuss the PMI-related competencies, as we cannot possibly cover every industry or know what each organization expects. In this pentagon, you can see that the shaded area shows the current competencies of the person in all 5 areas, and the area outside of the shaded space is the gap between where the person currently is and where they want or need to be in regards to competency level. As you develop your competencies in each of the 5 areas, the shaded area will grow closer and closer to the edge of the pentagon. Of course, as time goes by, the pentagon will grow in size, so you will always be developing competencies. No person is perfect. In terms of specific competencies needed for project, program, and portfolio managers, PMI does not really get specific regarding knowledge competencies. Professional PMI certifications are a great way to show knowledge, as well as undergraduate and graduate degrees in business and/or project management. Personal competencies are measured in 6 areas for all 3 roles. However, the specific measures are different for each. The 6 areas are 1, communicating, 2, leading, 3, managing, 4, cognitive ability, 5, effectiveness, and 6, professionalism. As you can see in the 3 tables shown, project, program, and portfolio managers have different measures for personal competencies in each of these areas. In terms of performance competencies, the project and program manager are evaluated by their performance in the 10 knowledge areas. However, the specific measures for success are different, mainly that the project manager must show competence at the project level and the program manager shows competencies at the program level. Portfolio managers are evaluated according to the following areas for performance competence. 1, strategic management. 2, governance management. 3, portfolio performance management. 4, communication management. 5, risk management. And 6, stakeholder management. Now that you understand the competencies necessary for project, program, and portfolio managers, the next step is to assess yourself, identify the gaps between where you currently are and where you should be, Then develop a plan to resolve those gaps. This can be done at an individual, team, or organizational level. That concludes our session on the definition of project, program, and portfolio competencies. As Theodore Roosevelt said, whenever you are asked if you can do a job, tell them, "Certainly I can." Then get busy and find out how to do it.